Let's begin. We're going to start with a bit of a meditation practice, a breath practice. All you'll need is maybe a strap or a block for the practice, the entire yoga as well. I'm going to plop the block behind me for now. You can also use a pillow back there. It just helps you get a little bit more upright without having to use so much effort while you're sitting in your meditation practice. Feet on the floor, and we'll start a bit of breath with movement as we lift the shoulders up towards your ears just to get you settled into your space. Always moving that with that space of contentment and non-violence to yourself. So whatever feels good in the moment, not forcing yourself. All right, if you're ready to settle in, we'll just let those shoulders drop away from the ears rising from the shoulders. Coming into a mudra or hand position, you can try it. It's called Chinmaya, meant to relax the jaw and focus more on a belly breath. So all the fingers come in, and then the index finger and thumb come to touch with the palms resting down. If this bothers your hands or doesn't feel good, just feel free to just let the hands rest. All right. Allowing the eyes to close or keep them open in a steady gaze, your choice. We'll begin that So-Hum mantra, that breath practice. And when you find that you're going away, you're thinking about your thoughts again, you just come back to So-Hum. Right? On your inhale, you're silently saying to yourself, So. And on your exhale, hum. Okay, let's begin. Inhaling, silently saying So. On your exhale, hum. Continue. I'll take us through about 5 more rounds. You can always hit pause and take it for longer. If you'd like to take it longer, just always hit pause so you know what's coming up, so you'll know just to hit pause and continue the practice for maybe 5 minutes. All right, let's continue now with a little bit of breath here and movement. So we're going to start with a cat and cow, seated cat and cow. On your exhale, you're going to tuck the tailbone around the back, drop the head. We're going to reverse it, maybe palms up, sliding back, inhale, and instead of lifting the chin all the way up, you're just going to open up the shoulders, maybe just keep the head in neutral, knowing that that extension might be a stimulant for your sensations. So exhale, we find our way down. Inhale, we rise up. Good, last one. Back to center. Let's place the palms in the middle. Spread out the fingers to the best of their ability and send the elbows out. Relax the shoulders down. Okay. From here, we're going to send a little bit of pressure. Keep a little bit of pressure as you rise up. And send them out to Cactus Arms. You're going to draw the shoulder blades back and together. Good. 2 more times. I'm going to try to stay to 3 movements at a time with 3 breaths. Back to center, palms together, fingers spread, send the elbows out, relax the jaw and the shoulders. All right, relax those arms down, shake it out. We're going to take the right hand out to the right side of the hip, the left hand to the outside of that left thigh. And this is where, if you want, the block could come in to just keep those legs separate as we open up towards the right. You can certainly go without the block. I think of the space from the collarbones out to the tips of the shoulders as being spacious. Breathe into those side ribs, your side gills, I like to call them. back to center. Take a roll out of the shoulders, reset, and then we're going to head to the other side. Take your left hand to the outside of the left hip, right hand to the outside of the left thigh. And we're taking that rotation. Again, space from the collarbones out is spacious. Even though you're turning left, your right shoulder stays back. And we're going to breathe into those right side gills if you have them. One more breath. Always knowing you can come out before or just adjust the motion. You don't have to stay there. Okay, this is your practice. Take the block out if you had it there. Let's reach the right arm up towards the sky. Pat yourself on the back. We're going to take hold of that opposite elbow. This is going to get into those lats. So in breath and then out breath is side bend away. And sometimes just being straight up there is quite enough. You don't have to do the side bend. I like to rest my head either on my top arm or the bottom one, but maybe to keep it a little bit more straight towards the top one. Take one more breath in. If you're still there, we'll come on back out and release. Let's take it to the other side. Reach the left arm up, pat yourself on the back, and take hold of that elbow. Take an in-breath and then an out-breath off to one side, the right side. Keep your sit bones planted and find that space between effort and ease. Always erring towards ease. Okay, one more breath. And we're back up, release. All right, roll those shoulders out, make any little adjustments. We're going to head into a couple of those next stretches. So let's reach the right arm up again. Pat yourself on the back. Take the left hand to the top of the head. You're looking over to the left and start to take that chin down towards your left hip crease or left collarbone. You can also do this without the hands and just take the head there. So it does not have to be forceful or effortful with the arms. Find your breath. To come out, press the tips of the left fingers along the back of the head to slowly bring yourself back out. And release. All right, we got the other side to go, so let's reach the left arm up, pat yourself on the back. Right hand to the top of the head, look over to the right, and take that chin down towards your right hip crease or right collarbone. Again, this shouldn't be uncomfortable for the arms or bringing on any symptoms or sensations. So if it is, maybe back out a little bit or reduce the arms. Find your breath, relax your jaw. All right, to come out, press the fingertips of the right hand on the back of the head as you slowly bring yourself back up. Take it into what I call a hula. So it does have to be a little bit scooched forward in the front of your seat. You're going to take a shift over to the right hip and then forward towards the front, over to the left hip, and then back towards your tailbone. So it becomes this kind of snaky or rotational version of cat and cow. Just ask that you're breathing consciously. Start to make it a little bit smaller and a little bit smaller until we come back to center, and then we'll head the other direction. So left hip, forward, right hip, back. And they could be small motions, which just really at the pelvis, or you can get a little bit bigger where you bring in the upper body. This is to help with pelvic mobility, thoracic mobility. We'll be back in the center, pause. Let's open up the knees wide. We're going to take a child's pose or a version of child's pose. So I'm going to put the block down there, but you might be able to just stop at the floor is fine. Take an in-breath and then out-breath. We're going to start to head forward. You can stop here. You can stop at your block in the center. You can bring your hands to your feet or the floor and let your head dangle. The jaw, the eyes, the shoulders. more breath in, belly expands, exhale, mouth open, relax that jaw. Slowly, slowly, we're going to start to walk your way back up your head. So last thing to join you at the top. Just make sure your equilibrium is with you before you start to move. Okay. All right. Before we stand up, we're going to do a little jaw exercise. So you're going to clasp those hands in front of you and just place them under your chin. And go through the act of trying to open your mouth, but you're trying to resist it with your hands. So I'm going to try to lower the lower jaw into the hands. And find that space between effort and ease. You don't need to do it so much that you're giving yourself a headache. It's just enough. Think about 5, 10, 20% of effort. We're going to do 4 more, 5 seconds each. Make sure you're breathing. Relax those shoulders. Here we go. Good. 2 more. Last one. All right, and release. Good, shake it out. Okay, let's head on to into standing. So I'm going to move into standing. Maybe step away. I'm going to set the chair off to the right side so that it's there when we use it later. But for right now, we'll come and meet into, All right. Feet up, maybe about mat width apart. We're going to come into Starfish. If having the arms at this level doesn't feel great, you can always lower them down, so just make it feel comfortable. We're going to inhale, lift the palms, and open up the chest. And rather than lift the chin too much, just keep the head pretty much neutral. And then exhale, we come back down. 2 more. Last one. All right, we'll take those hands back behind you. So the hands are coming down towards the floor. We're going to open up the shoulders, inhale. And again, rather than lifting the chin too much, just try to keep it in neutral and open up through the shoulders. If clasping the hands isn't available, have them on your backside, or you can use your strap to help do the same. So just inhale, open. Exhale, release. Last one, let's hold it there in that open position. Take a few breaths, keep your jaw relaxed, shoulders out of the ears. All right, and release. Again, always that point between effort and ease. All right, so let's come into feet about hip width apart. I'm going to show this from the front, and then I'm going to use the chair as a prop. So spread out the toes to the best of their ability and set them back down. We're going to come into a chair sit. So you're going to sit back, arms are going to come forward, maybe palms up, and then exhale, we're going to push the air back down. That's about the width that you want those legs, and you want to keep them open rather than collapsing in. Keep going if you've got this. I'm just going to show you from the side. In breath, out breath. And you can always use the chair to hold on to. Good. Just 3 more. Good. On this last one, we're going to hold it there. So if holding the arms out is just too much right now, maybe just bend them. And then if that is too much, then just rest them on the surface in front of you. For 3, 2, 1, rise up, release, roll it out, meet me in mountain pose, feet about hip width apart. We're going to send those arms and those legs out to the opposite walls. All right, release. If the chair is not to your right and you want to use it for some balance, you can. You're going to take your right foot towards that chair and the left foot's going to step out. So the left foot is parallel to the short side of the mat. All right, we're going to head into Warrior 2 pose, bending into that front knee, which can be up against the chair or just freestanding if you feel comfortable. We're going to send those arms out. Again, if having them at this height doesn't feel great, take them down a level or even bend the elbows. I'm going to do a little nerve gliding here. So inhale, palms are up. Exhale, palms are down. This time I'm going to have you turn towards your right hand as the palms come up and back to center as the palms come down. Just 2 more. Next time the palms come up, you hold them there. You're going to gaze out to the right, elbows a little bit bent. Soften the shoulders, the jaw. One more breath. Where is the ease in your effort? Okay, let's release those arms down. We're going to straighten the front leg. Roll up the shoulders. We just got one more here before we come out of this position with the legs. I'm going to come down into triangle. Now you can use the top of the chair to hold on to, or you can come to the bottom of the bed of the chair. I'm going to start to slide the left arm up towards the sky. Right hand doesn't have a lot of weight on it. It's just there for support. Good. Shoulders are out of the ears. You're going to start to lengthen that underside rib cage. If having the top arm up just feels like a bit much today, just have it resting on your hip or down by your side. One more breath. Good. Bend into that front knee, and then we're going to exhale, rise back up. Good. Release. We'll heel toe it back to center. Roll out those shoulders. Meet me in mountain pose for 1 breath to reset. All right. Let's take it into a bit of a balance pose, tree pose. So your chair side leg or your right leg's going to be your balance, and then your left foot's going to offset. We'll open up that knee out to the side, and you just stop wherever it feels best. And you can keep that foot on the floor or give it up to your inner calf. You're going to keep it open. You can keep holding onto the chair at all times or come into this prayer position. So palms together, elbows out. Soften the jaw, the eyes, the shoulders. And find your breath. If your tree is wavering, you just replant the roots. And if this position brings on too much nerve sensations, you can try clasping the hands first, or just bringing the hands down completely and maybe opening. Last breath. Great, come on back in, shake it off, meet me in mountain pose, 1 breath, reset. We're going to head to a downward facing dog using the chair. So I'm going to face the chair. And you can either use the top of it or you can go to the bed of it. So we're going to walk it back. So there's not a lot of weight on the hands here. Keep the knees a little bit bent and the tailbone up. Send the shoulders out of the ears. I'm actually going to come up a little bit higher here. I can get a little bit more length through my upper body if I'm a little higher. Into your backside gills if you have them. All right, we're going to bend those knees, start to walk it slowly forward. Your head's the last thing to join you at the top. All right, if you're using the chair for support, it's going to head to the other side or you're going to turn yourself away from it. I'm just going to flip it around. All right. Heading into our warrior 2, so stepping the left foot towards the chair, the right foot out. Right foot stays roughly parallel to the short side. Toes are facing the left. As you bend into the left knee, hip, knee, and ankle all in alignment, and I'm going to use that chair to help buttress against. Okay, if it feels safe, we're going to reach those arms out. Okay, soften the arms, maybe elbows bent a little. So inhale, palms are going to go up, exhale, palms down. As we inhale next time, you're going to gaze out to the left and exhale back down. If this is speaking to your right arm, you can always bend the elbows and just flip through the palms. Okay. Inhale up, exhale down. Okay, so just find that space where it's not aggravating that right side. Can the palms go down? Push you up. We'll pause there. Bend those elbows a little bit. Soften the shoulders. You're gazing out to the left. In breath. Out breath. We release. Straighten the front leg. You're going to start to take it into triangle. So you can either use the top of the chair to support you or the lower part. And we'll take that opposite arm up and away. Now you could also have this arm down or just on your hip. So again, if you're feeling sensations on that right side, today is not the day to be reaching. Good. Relax your jaw, creating length through this underside ribs. One more breath. All right, we'll bend that front knee and then slowly release back out. Step it back together, we'll shake off and find mountain pose. One full breath. We're going to root down through our tree pose. So your left foot's going to be your support system. And either hold onto the chair or have the wall behind you. Start to roll that right knee open. And the foot can stay on the floor. If you'd like to bring it up to the inner calf or inner ankle, you can. We'll come into that centered seed pod or prayer position. And again, if this starts awakening through the fingers, just clasp the hands or just let go of the arms completely. Steady breath, steady gaze. Good. Wait just a little bit more in the midfoot than the heel. One more breath. Release, shake it out, roll it out, mountain pose, one breath, reset. All right, start to take the downward facing dog again. So again, hands can be on the top of the chair, the bed of the chair, we're going to step it back. So you can bend the knees a little bit to untuck the tailbone, or if it feels good to straighten them, you're welcome to. Take those shoulders out of the ears. You're wrapping your shoulder blades down and back. Fill in the back rib space as you breathe in. One more breath if you'd like. You can always come out before. Okay, we'll bend those knees whenever you're ready. Slowly start to walk it forward. Your head's the last thing to join you at the top. Make sure your equilibrium is with you before you transition. So I'm going to take the chair back to our starting position and come back into seated. Okay. So we'll take the strap if you have it. If you don't, that's okay too. You do a little stretch for your calves and hamstrings. So I'll take the strap around the ball of the right foot. Start to reach that heel away from you and the toes come towards you. Sitting up tall, that might be enough. You don't have to do anything else. If you'd like a little bit more stretch from that, you're going to sit up tall and then start to hinge forward from your hips. Relax the shoulders, the jaw, the eyes. Just be here for a moment. As Ram says, be here now. If you'd like a few more breaths, you're welcome to stay. If you're ready to transition, we're going to exhale right back out and we'll switch sides. So you can just switcheroo the feet, heels spreading away from you, toes coming towards you, sitting up tall. That might be plenty. If you're looking for something more nourishing, you can start to hinge forward. Regardless, taking a gaze downward. Relax the jaw, the eyes, the shoulders. One more breath. We'll rise back up. release. I'm going to take the seated pigeon or figure 4, so we can come up with the ankle on the thigh. If that's not available today, you can always come down on the floor or use the block to at least get a little bit of a lift with that open hip. Either one, you're going to sit up tall and perhaps hinge forward. So draw the chin slightly inward so we lengthen the back of the neck, coming into a little bit of that flexion. That's what shoulders, jaws, eyes, all relaxed. Each breath out, surrendering. Slowly rise back up, release. We'll switch sides. And again, you're taking either the low row with the block and the angled knee, or taking it up to the opposite thigh. Whatever you've chosen, sitting up tall and starting to hinge forward if that's available. Again, draw that chin in, lengthen the back of the neck. And on your next few exhales, see how relaxed you can get your shoulders, your jaw, your eyes. We'll take that next exhale to rise back up, release. All right, making any little last adjustments. Head position, maybe a rock just to the side and back up and over to the other side. Okay, let's take one last child's pose. And then we'll give ourselves a little love hug to exit out. All right, in breath, out breath, roll it forward, take it to whatever level that you want. Let the back of the head hang loose. It's a little form of traction in itself. Let those shoulders relax. Full breath in, let your belly expand. Exhale, mouth open, relax that jaw. Start to slowly walk it back up. Your head's the last thing to join you. Just make sure your equilibrium is with you when you rise to the top. All right, you're going to take an inhale, open up, gather up all that you need, and then wrap it around, hug yourself. Take a full breath in and out, let the head drop. Inhale, opposite arm's going to cross over. Wrap it around, let your head drop, full inhale, exhale. Inhale, open. And exhale, we come back to center. Okay, walk those legs back in. Take the hands maybe to prayer position, or one hand can be over the heart and the other one over that, whatever is most authentic for you. Bowing to a place within you where you recognize gratitude to acknowledge at least one more thing in your life to be grateful for today. All right, I know that list could be very long, but we'll come to an end. We'll send this gratitude down in open arms, offering it beyond the walls that you're in. Palms coming together, holding on to that gratitude real close, at least for the rest of the day. Breathing in, breathing out, lips apart. Namaste. The spirit in me honors the spirit in you.